So first part I will take about the systematic review. But let me assure you that the session will be interactive, and I will try to speak less. You all will speak more, and we will have some more question answer session. And before going to my presentation, I hope I will have some assumption. But before the assumption, that I want to know some of you that what is your expectation from this lecture. I know this is review of literature and bibliometric analysis, but I hope all you have done some way or other some of the literature review. So especially if anybody has 2-3 friends can tell about what is your expectation, so then we can start like that I will pitch my thing in that way. So anybody can volunteer that what is your expectation? Any one or two?
Sir,
Yes.
very good morning, sir. Sir, please touch upon how do we write a bibliometric paper,
Okay, how to write a review of literature paper?
a bibliometric analysis paper, sir.
Okay, bibliometric, that will be there. Okay, very
Yes,
good, very
yes.
good. Any other?
Sir, while doing this, writing this literature review, that is, in what way it will help the, that is, we will learn something about what are the previous people done in that. And before that, in how we can write, maybe using whether we have the thematic or chronological order, please suggest the idea how to write literature review.
Very good, very good. So you want to know how to get this relevant literature?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tushar.
Sir, I just want to know how can effectively identify and synthesize relevant research gaps and trends in the existing literature.
Very good. Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, to know how to write the part of literature review in our thesis, how to put the literature review in thesis.
Okay. I'll try to make it how to. There will be very thin difference between how to do in thesis and how to do in paper. So it is depends on the number of maybe number of papers and how wide will be the paper review and thesis review. Yes, Alka.
Good morning, sir. It is first time for me to write any research paper because I am going to register for PhD. So I don't have idea, sir, how to write a literature review. After reading the whole book, how can I write? I don't have idea. So, sir.
Okay, fine. I got some fair idea that many people you might have done some review, but you might not have completed. This is the last one. We will start. Yes, Ajar.
Yes, sir. You can also add. Yes, sir. You can also add how to write a review of parts in the sir PhD thesis, sir.
Yes. PhD. That is the major thing. That is the major thing only. I will tell about PhD one, but again, how to do in a paper also. In a paper, there will be a component of review of literature. That also I will do. Okay, fine. So let us.
Sir, I have a concern. Please. Hello.
Okay, Vipasa.
Sir, actually, I would like to know that if we can inculcate the systematic review and bibliometric review altogether, because I have read somewhere that we can merge these two for better outcome. Is it possible?
Yes. You can do.
Okay, but I would like to know.
You see, I am not taking meta now. Meta part. Meta will be different.
Systematic and
So you can combine systematic, meta, and bibliometric all also.
Okay.
But I am not taking meta now. We will take systematic and bibliometric.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I think some of my students are there. Those who have I taught them in masters, I taught them in MPhil, I taught them in PhD, but still they are there. I hope it may be interesting for who is there here. Otherwise, 3 times I have taught them in the class, but still many of you are there. This is fine. Okay, now I will start. Hope all those who are here, you are mostly interested on research. That's why you are in this platform. Otherwise, it might not have there. So as you are in the research, and for the last 1 year, every Sunday, this work is going on. Many of you are knowing the fundamentals, many techniques. So just I want to again 1 or 2 questions that only two questions I'll 2 answers I will take. What is research? I will not take more because we will not spend more time on this. Just a minute. Let me first put my PowerPoint. Then I will come. PowerPoint is visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. So now I am. You may be. My video may be there, but I am not seeing you. I am in the PowerPoint only. So only two friends can tell what is research. Very short. Very quickly I can take. Yes.
It is finding solution to the problem, and it is like contribution to the society, sir.
Very good. Okay. Any other one?
The unveiling our ignorance towards the multifaceted reality.
Okay. Yes. Maybe another one.
Sir, it creates knowledge, sir, or adds to the knowledge, existing knowledge.
Okay. Fine. So I am telling in a very shortcut way. I'm not explaining, because if you'll take what is research, maybe one class will be there. Finding something new or novel things, maybe name it as like epsilon, A, B, C, anything. I want a new thing. I want to find something new, something novel through a scientific method. So it is a very systematic way of doing things. Can anybody tell what is scientific method? You see, scientific method has 3 components. One is you will have experiment, you will have observation, and you will have logical argument. So 3 things will be there: experiment, observation, and logical argument. So through these 3 way, I want to find out something new or novel thing. And maybe in physical science, the experiment is more, but in social science the observation is more. In both cases, logical argument will be there. So there will be in different proportion, all the 3 things will be there in scientific method. And through adopting a scientific method, we want to find out something new or novel things. My next question is, if please somebody is please mute. All of you are requested, please mute yourself. Okay, fine, thank you. So research means novel things or new things through scientific method. Now my next question is, what is new? Or when can you claim that something is new, or that epsilon or that A, whatever, just I name it epsilon? When you can tell this epsilon is new? Who can tell? Okay, this epsilon is not in the old, or in the present stock of knowledge? Any field you take, in the
By observing the literature, we
yes,
work,
please.
can say this. So by observing previous works, we can say that whether our work is new or not.
No, that you are telling, that is the process. That is the process I can find it. But I was asking that what is new? New means it is not in the world. So I have to verify through review of literature might be what you are telling. Might be the next or next answer might be there. So I want to, there is one stock of knowledge, or there is a stock S, and in that S stock, this epsilon is not there. If it is not there, then I can tell epsilon is new for S. That means in a very crude manner, I can tell epsilon is not an element of S. Those who have some set theory, mathematical idea, you can tell epsilon is not an element of S. Now, how do you know that epsilon is not in S? So what I want to do, I have to study or review this S. Sorry, please mute yourself. Okay. So now the next question is, if I want to claim epsilon is my child, epsilon is purely unique, epsilon is new, then I have to prove that it is not in the S. It is not other's child. Epsilon is not other's child. Epsilon is my child. So my child means it is with me, it is not with others. So to know that, I have to find out whether this epsilon is there anywhere else or not. So by studying or reviewing the S, I can tell whether epsilon is an element of S or epsilon is not an element of X. Now the big question is it possible to study or review the whole stock of knowledge in a particular field? Is it possible? Anyone?
No, sir.
No. Why? Okay, fine. So you see, for the last in the 21st century, if you will tell, people are telling around 70 to 80% knowledge is created, and it is not possible to study the whole S. Any field you take, any one word you take, you put in Google, you will find crores of documents, crores and crores of documents. Anybody, if you want, you can Google yourself in your laptop now also. Put any word, put any keyword from your own research, you will find more than crores. So that's why it is not possible to study the whole S. If it is not possible to study the whole S, then how can I claim that epsilon is not there? If it is not possible to study or review the whole S, then how can I claim that epsilon is my child? Epsilon is my study. This is my new thing, my novel thing. What can I do? I will leave the research. Any answer to this? Yes? Yes, anybody?
So one thing is there, it could be at any part of the world. It's not possible for anybody to be able to do it, that exhaustive review. So for that particular location or space, it could be something new which has never been thought about.
Very good, very good. Let me dust a counter to or an explanation. Knowledge has no boundary. Knowledge has no boundary. Knowledge in Russia, knowledge in UK, knowledge in India. Knowledge expands. This epsilon, when it is coming to whole world. It is not something knowledge is a plus b whole square, something in Odisha, something in India, some other state. So knowledge has no boundary. And another thing, we have seen also many cases, the student do same topic in different districts, different states, different countries. They thought the result differs. Yes, might be. Small thing may differ. But when I want to find out some research, it should be some solid new things should come up from that. So maybe what you are telling, I am not disagree fully, but mostly I am disagree that because knowledge has no boundary. So if I change the space or location, that the knowledge will change. Might be some novel thing may come, but generally when we are doing PhD, maybe for a paper it may be correct, but when I'm doing a PhD, knowledge is universal. So generally it is not infinity. I'm not telling that the stock of knowledge is infinity. Definitely there is a definite number, but that definite number is not possible to study. So that's why what we can do, there will be some, I may not study the whole thing, but I should get a reasonable standard of knowledge about S. So now my risk factor is reasonable standard of knowledge. Now the question may arise, what is that reasonable standard of knowledge? The reasonable standard of knowledge for you may be 200 article, for me maybe 300 article, depending on my time and cost, time and finance. Maybe some other student, the reasonable standard of knowledge maybe 50. Suppose a MS student who doing a dissertation may do 50 to 100 articles to review. When an MPhil student doing maybe 100 to 150 articles may do out of crores. And when a PhD student is doing maybe 300 to 400 articles may review. So, but that number, whenever you are decide, number has may not be a good thing, but selection of that article is very important, by which you will get a reasonable standard of knowledge about the S. And if you don't have a reasonable standard of knowledge about S, you may not claim that epsilon or whatever product, whatever child you are getting, that will be a new one. How to get a reasonable standard of knowledge? This reasonable word is a very risky and critical word. Reasonable, it is a very relative word. This is for a history student may be different, a language student may be different, for economics may be different, because it is a relative term. So I should have a reasonable standard of knowledge about S. Then how to get it? Now my answer is to this is first thing, selection of appropriate or relevant literature. So first point is you have to select appropriate and relevant literature. If you are studying some irrelevant literature and you are telling that you may reach at very unreasonable standard of knowledge. Study them carefully, patiently, and persistently. I think I need some 2-3 minutes to explain these three words, which is a very key word for any researcher. Who can tell me what is carefulness? Careful? I need two answer, 2%. Careful.
Sir, here.
Keenly observing something, sir.
No.
Very keenly observing
Sir,
something.
Sir, here.
No. Second, any other?
Sir, here the authentic person in the academic field doing
aligned to the objective of the research.
Yes.
Sir, aligned to the objective of the research. always think that what you are going to do. So we'll always align our problem statement with the motivation of our work.
You forget about literature review. You just tell me the meaning of carefulness. Then you can apply to any field.
Sir, can I say, sir?
Yes, please, please.
Sir, carefulness is a preparation that we do to avoid unwanted or any unfavorable event to us.
Knowingly, unknowingly.
Sir, knowingly.
Yes, knowingly or unknowingly.
Sir, anything unknowingly, I mean, to prevent any unwanted coach that can happen with us. That's why we focus on the carefulness.
Okay, let me give one example. Please, all you mute, please. Yes, very good. Thank you. Suppose you are applying for a conference. You are sending one paper to the conference, and the organizer told you have to send the abstract in 100 words and the paper in 5,000 words. And first you send the abstract. Please mute. Please send the abstract in 100 words. And if the abstract is selected, you will be asked to submit your paper in 5,000 words. You have sent your paper in suppose 102 words. Another student sent paper in 100 words. Another student sent in 99 words. Is there any carefulness involved here? Yes, anybody? Is there any carefulness involved here?
So they have written maximum words or minimum words?
No, the language is very clear. You have to send your abstract in 100 words.
Then I think he will some
Very clear, sir.
10% here and there should be okay, sir. One word,
Please
99 should be
mind
okay.
your friends. Please mind your friends. When you are a researcher, you are a systematic person. Every word of you counts for everybody. If somebody told write in 100 words, please write in 100 words. If you are writing 101, 99, you are not caring the organizers. You are not giving an eye to the care organizer. You are not listening to the organizer. So they can reject by the principle that it is not in 100 words. This is known as carefulness. So the carefulness definition is many times knowingly we don't do it. Knowingly we don't. We know we have to obey our parents' word, but we don't obey it. Chalega. Ye jo chalega, this is not applicable for the researchers. Please remember, researchers are very systematic person. They are very scientific person. Objectivity counts to them. So which I am telling in a very strict principle that I am telling. You may send, but it is to the organizer. If out of 100, 50 are sending in 100 words and others are telling, so they will consider the 50 and from that they will count. Why they will see those who are not careful. Second point, patiently. Who can tell patiently, meaning? Yes. One or two.
Observing carefully.
Okay. Carefully. Already I am careful as a researcher. Observing carefully. Okay. Any other?
Without hurry.
Without hurry. Good. Yes.
So consistency is an important element of patience.
Friends, you might have dreamed in night. Many people you dream. Why a person dream? Please mute. Let me explain. Why a person dream in night? Because a particular thing in the whole daytime beating the mind. When something from a particular point beating in the mind, that same thing comes in the night in a subconscious or unconscious manner. It comes when we are sleeping. Can anybody dream about research, whatever topic you are taking? Have you seen dream about your research problem? If you have dream, then this is known. I'm telling about not patient. I'm telling about persistent. I am explaining now persistent. Sorry. Whenever you dream something, means in your unconscious mind, that means you are thinking about it day, night, whenever, wherever you are there. Even if you are doing a work, if your research problem is striking your mind, then you are persistently, continuously thinking about a particular thing. Many times, many researchers, they get up in night and write something, then slept. Morning they see somebody has written or he has written. This is persistent, continuous. Sometimes you get the answer of your problem in the bathroom. Sometimes when you are traveling, you may get your answer of your research question. Some questions striking in your mind. That is known as research. That is known as persistent. And patient, which without somebody told about the right answer, that not hurriedly, patiently, very, very slow, steady. Here there is no shortcut. Please remember, in research there is no shortcut. You have to follow the standard operating system, SOP. You have to follow the SOP. No step, you should not remove any step. You should not omit any step. That is patiently. So please remember, these three words are very key words for every researcher. You should be very, very careful. Just do just, not more, not less. Just. That is carefully. Patiently, slow, steady, no hurried manner. Do you know, to publish a paper, it takes sometimes 3 to 4 years. How much patience you have to publish the paper? When the paper will publish, the data may be invalid at that time. The data may be very old. But we have to keep patience. If one journal is denying, in 2 years, you have to send to another journal. You should have patience. And generally, when the good researcher, their patience increase. If you don't have patience, don't come to this field. So study carefully, patiently, persistently, and acquire a reasonable standard of knowledge about this. So with now this, any question, one or two question, if anybody? Fine. I'll come to the next part. Of course, my task is today to do the review of literature. But the thing is, If I am having my literature, then I have to review. If my literature, any question? Fine. If I am having the literature in my computer, already I have selected the literature, then only I have to review. But where to get the relevant literature? How to select this relevant literature? Sometimes the management of the relevant literature also important. How to manage it? How to save in the computer? I told it is a systematic way of doing thing. There is no unsystematic way of doing things. Everything has a standard operating system. You have to follow the standard operating system. So I will devote some time about these three questions. Then I will come to the major part of review of literature. Okay. The first point is, of course, there will be many fields, many people will be there. But I am from economics, so I might be biased about economics, telling always economics examples. Suppose first point is selection of broad area. In your, suppose you are from English or Hindi or history, political science, sociology, economics, you first, there will be a broad area in your, like specializations in your topic. Choose your specialization first. Which area you want to do your PhD? Let us say I am choosing economics of education from economics area. There are many economics of education, health economics, agricultural economics, environment. These are the areas from which, please mute. Let us, I choose economics of education. Now, friends, please mute. Now, the first point. The first point is it the sound is from my side? Vital? Am I audible?
That is from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. He has not muted, I guess. So first let him mute. Then the sound will come.
Swasti is there. His speaker is on mute, sir.
Please, those who have unmuted, please mute them. Okay. The first point is selection of broad area. I choose one broad area from this economics of education. I am taking example. Then from economics of education, there are different sub areas like financial education, planning education, production education, benefit of education. I have to choose another area from this. So first broad area, then sub area. After selecting the sub area, you select any sub area from this. Then you can
Ashwasti, can you unmute yourself? Ashwasti, Prasun, can you do mute? Prasun?
Okay, fine, thank you. So now after your broad area, then sub area, then the next point you select keywords. And in keyword selection, there will be some inclusion principle, exclusion principle, time factor. I have to take these will be included, these will not included. I will take the time factor of review, maybe 2000 to 2024 or 1990 to 2024, or the time factor is whole lifespan, suppose from 1900 to 2024. You have to decide. So you decide these principles first, inclusion principle and exclusion principle. Then how to do this, how to include or not include or time factor, maybe you can a expert consultation. means your guide. You can ask, you may not know about the keywords. You can consult your guide. You consult some experts. You can ask some senior persons, those who can help you to at least to give 1 or 2, 3 keywords. Or another method is develop some ideas yourself through trial and error if you want. That may be another idea. Or you may take 2, 3 important articles, maybe some old article, one new article in that area. Then you read something, then you find out the keywords. So these are some of the way you select the keywords. Some keywords you can select. Of course, you may change later on by some trial and error method. So broad area, sub area, then keywords. After keywords, then where to get the relevant literature? Where to use these keywords? Please, friends, don't search in Google. Google may be the last research. Please make a point that don't search in Google. Google may be the last resort if you are unable to get exhausted all these whatever point I am telling. Maybe Juster is one of the best where you will get maybe old articles. Maybe in Juster you may not get last 3-4 years articles. That is one. The second is reference of 2-3 important articles, which I told about. These 2-3 important articles. These articles you may be also get from your guide. Your guide may tell follow these article. These 2 articles you take and do this. So there is a tree method. In every article there will be reference. Go to that reference. Or search some review articles. Nowadays, many review articles are coming up. Like you are telling how to write review articles. Review article, meta-analysis, bibliometric analysis articles. Nowadays, many articles are coming review articles. If you got one review article, then your life is very easy. But very carefully you choose when you select this review article. My aim is to get a reasonable standard of knowledge. If my source is wrong, my reasonable standard of knowledge about my epsilon will be wrong. So when you are choosing the review article or any 2-3 articles, consult expert or supervisor and select this. After that you may do, but selection of this keyword and article, please confirm it from your supervisor or from an expert in that area. The fourth point is, if you have the keywords, please use your own university website. In every university, they might have subscribed many in FlipNet, they might be subscribing, where you will get Oxford University Press, Cambridge University Press, Springer, Taylor Francis, Sage, Wiley, Emerald, EPW, Project Mouse, Annual Review, Scopus, Web of Science, or elsewhere. These are the some of the companies or the repository where you should search. Don't jump to Google directly. Please, you search these areas, and in these areas you can find your literature. At least you will be in a safe line. You will be safe to download from there because these are reviewed, peer reviewed. But many articles are there in Google. Why I'm telling this, don't go to Google, because if I will now give 5,000 rupees to somebody may open one website, I can put any number of garbage there, and these things will come when you will search. So that's why there are many clone journals nowadays are coming off, which are not in these websites, whatever I am telling here. So these are the sources where to get. My last, how to select relevant literature. Okay, now I have put my keyword in this website. How to get this relevant thing? Then I will see only the titles. From title, I will know whether this is relevant for me or not. I may go next step, maybe citation. Sometimes citation may not be relevant so much of, but still citation or the matrix of the article also has, you can take care of. Suppose the article is cited by 100 people, another article is not cited by anybody, means the article which is cited by 100 people is far better, at least. Because when we are going to select article, we don't know. But these are the parameters on which at least we can guess, yes, this is a good article. Then sometimes by authors also, we know big authors. My guide might have told some big authors. Suppose I am doing on human development or capability approach, then I can, if Amartya Sen article is there, I can take easily. Author search you can make. And the next part is abstract, which may take some 10 minutes or 5 minutes to read the abstract. Then read the abstract. If you are satisfied with keyword, title, citation, author, and abstract, then you save it in your drive. Otherwise, don't save the articles. If you will save articles, thousand articles you will save, then again you will be confused. So this is the way you can select the relevant literature, at least up to abstract. Then you can read. After that, you may make a judgment about the article. Last point is how to manage this relevant literature. I told you have to save. How to save? Generally, how to save? You put a save mark. There is a save tab. You save it. A new window will come up. Maybe the download, maybe the target may be download, where you can put save, or you can make a new folder where you can save it. But please remember, you should create a new folder. When you give the tab save, you will have a by default target in your computer, but you change it, create a new folder, review of literature might be, then create a subfolder inside that about that sub theme. Means you know whether I am doing in economics of education, I am doing production of education or finance, educational financing, or which area I am searching now, that article, you know, after reading the abstract. Create a subfolder inside. And after that, you save the article. When you put save, the article will have a by default name, file name. But don't save in that file name. Save the file name by the year of publication, then a space, surname of the author. Or surname of the author, then year. Whatever format. But I recommend, please save these articles, year of publication, then followed by the surname of author. Why I am telling this? Because you will get benefit of it when you will do the review of literature. Otherwise, you will confuse which literature you will do first, which you will do second, which you will do third. Because when I read the literature, I should know what is the development of the literature. What is the development of the concept. To know that, when I save the articles through year-wise, either it will be in ascending order or descending order in the folder. So then it will be easier for you. You may do it later on, but when you are saving it now, better you do from the beginning. If the article will be a descending order, you read according to that. Then you will know how the knowledge flows from the first decade, second decade, third decade, or in the 20th century or 21st century. You will know the flow of literature, the development of the literature. So with this introduction part, now I will shift to the review part. Oh my God, it is now I have taken 50 minutes. With this, could we take some question? If
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I have one question, sir.
okay,
Please,
okay,
one by
fine,
one.
fine.
Sir,
Some
sir, how
okay.
can we follow?
Please, Rajendra, please just wait. We'll take maybe 5 questions, then you can go. Lastly, we'll keep some more time. Yes, please, Rahul. Sorry,
Sir,
Rajendra.
how can we follow? Sir, how can we follow keywords, title, citation, author, subject unbiasedly?
Okay. Again, for you may follow whatever website, but I am searching. I am taking Google. Okay. Are you? Is it visible? I'm in Google.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. I put suppose gender and health. Okay. I put this gender and health word. Okay, these are the articles. You want to know how to know citation?
No, sir. How we choose these steps unbiasedly?
Unbiasedly.
Yes, sir.
Where is the
Suppose I am
biasness here?
refer.
You should be
Sir,
honest.
suppose
No?
I am. Sir,
A
suppose I
researcher.
am referring a particular author, then I use my mind to I have to follow this particular author. Then it should be on that. Then it may be unbiased.
No. When the keyword selection, you have to do with some expert.
Okay, sir.
So this is the keyword I select. Okay. Suppose this is the keyword. When I search these keywords, so these are the keywords. Yes, suppose this article I have to download. You see, this article author is there. It is a PDF file cited by 42%. Here you can get it if you want citation. Okay. Any other?
Sir, what we carefully found in the review article?
Yes.
What we carefully found in the review article?
Means I'm not getting what you found from careful.
Carefully found in a review article. See, actually, main research papers have their own what you say research things. Then after that, someone did the review on that original paper. So what I specially focused on which things, which reviewer does.
I think you are asking about the review part. I'll come to that. Till now, I have not taken the review part. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes,
sir.
please.
Sir, you have suggested us not to search first directly on Google.
Yes.
So, do you mean by Google Scholar or simply Google?
I am telling Google.
Okay, sir.
Even if don't go to Google Scholar, you may not get all. Otherwise, you should go to Juster. Then others, whatever I told, don't go to the Google. Yes. Next, last question.
Sir, how to select keywords?
How to select
Keywords for this topic.
This is you have to find out your own broad area, sub area, consult your guide or expert. That I cannot tell. You may having English subject or somebody has sub subject, but if somebody will ask me in health economics, I want to find out health expenditure, then I can tell which keyword you can use.
So I want to work on informal settlement. In economics.
Informal
Settlement in economics.
No, still that is not my area. I am not expert of that area. Are you getting my point? Those who
Yes,
are doing
sir. Yes, sir.
R&R policy, you may consult one expert. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Um,
Ranju.
So, you told that citation could be one of the parameters to select relevant literature. So sometimes we also find that some literatures, some articles which may not be cited by many people, like which might have very less citations, but then still could be relevant to your research area. So in research interest. So in that case, what shall we do? Like
You take it. No issue.
Yes.
I'm not telling that citation is a very strict principle on which if it is cited 10 or 100 or something you choose. It is, you can take. I told citation maybe a very lighter sense you can take, but if it is more cited means it is a good article. That I told. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Rahul Ghosh.
Sir, you said that please do not use the Google as a first. Can you, sir, repeat the website you tell, sir?
Already I had given, na? Jester. I told many. Oxford University Press, Cambridge University Press, Springer, all website I told. Okay, fine. Well, okay. So now we'll come to our main job of review of literature. I am not taking what is review of literature, and also objective I am not taking. This I will directly come to stages of literature review. Means now all the literature are screened out, all the literature are in my computer, in a one folder, all the literatures are there. Okay, one quick question. As a PhD scholar, how many articles I have to review? Any number you can tell? Anybody?
Sir, 300 to 400.
Okay. Any other?
Sir, minimum 50.
Many?
Minimum 50 article.
Minimum 50. Okay.
Minimum 100.
Okay, fine. Okay. That is might be again depend on subject to subject. I already told the stock of knowledge is maybe infinite or maybe in crore. But when depending on our time and our money, means how many articles I can access, depending on that, I suggest my students, this is my principle. It may not be hard and fast for you also. I suggest if it is master degree, maybe 50, minimum 40 to 50. If it is MPhil, 100 to 150, and if it is PhD, in PhD, if having 3 objectives, maybe 300, or each objective maybe 100. Suppose 4 objective, so maybe 400. So 300 to 400 again I suggest for PhD. Okay, let us say.
Sir, is there any
again,
thumb rule?
this is my thumb rule. So you may vary on it, but I suggest this principle to my students. Suppose I am having 4 areas, 4 objectives, 400 literature letters, and 400 literature are in one folder. These literatures I have selected. Now I have to start to write of a PhD thesis, review of literature, maybe 30 pages, 20 to 30 pages of literature chapter, 30 pages maximum, 30 to 35 pages. So I have to read all the 400 and write, and I have to present it in 30 to 40 pages. This is my objective now. So now I divide this literature review into 4 stages. Maybe stage 1, there will be a general review. Then stage 2, theme-wise segregation. Stage 3, common arguments. And stage 4, bringing a flow or sequence of logic, which is the last stage of reaching 30 to 40 pages. Let me tell, before going to these stages, generally we do, or generally students, they do linear review. What is linear review? Rout 2020 told, Behera 2012 found, Misra 2015 explained. When you are writing like this, it is known as linear review. This is not the review by which it is not systematic review. So don't do that. The linear review, don't do the linear review. Linear review may be done in the stage 1, not in stage 4. What we will do, a integrative review or a systematic review now. I am telling about how to write a systematic review, or you can tell a integrative review. Okay, stage 1, the first point in stage 1 is you should create a file, create a new Word file. So let us do a practical of it. Suppose I will open a Word file. Okay, I have opened this file, and I should name it. I should name this file name as okay, file name, let us, and side by side I have to open a literature, because I will have some literature file also. Let me see, somewhere might be some literature file will be there. Okay, suppose these 2 literature are there. Are you getting this visible now? This
Yes, sir.
only 2 literature are there. There will be more literature also like this, or we will open another file where more literature will be there. Let us see. Okay, so these are some of the let us say literature. These are, you see, these are the literatures: 1936, 1957, 1959. These are the literatures. Inside the literatures are there here. This is the literature. I opened this. I have to read this literature. Okay, I have to open the literature and I have to open a Word file, blank Word file, and the Word file I should name it the same file name as like that. This is the file name is 1936 Maclean, because the author is Maclean. So 1936 Maclean. One review has been done. Just I'll show you here. You see, this is the file name, and first I save the file name with Maclean 1936. Then the second one is I have to write the reference of that article. First step is create a file, then write the full citation. So I have written the full citation of it. Full citation, Maclean, Economic and Social Development in the Ecology, Journal of Royal African Society, volume 35, 139, page 191 to, you see, these things are there. Okay. Then what happened? Then I will come to about the article. This is the article. 191 to this article is there. Then what I will do, I will write motivation. In this motivation, the third point is motivation or rationale of the study or introduction. Every article will have an introduction or rationale of the study or motivation in the first heading, first title, first subheading, heading of the your article, the article which you are reading. So what you will write in this motivation? You have to answer in the here why. You have to answer the question why this article. Why Maclean has written this article. Where to get this? Generally, you will get this, you should get in the introduction part, generally. But many articles you may not get in the introduction part. So what you have to do, you have to read the article 2 to 3 times. Whether you understand or not, read 2 to 3 times. Don't tell, sir, I am not getting this person. Forget it. Whatever you understanding, 2 to 3 times you read the article. And after reading 2 to 3 times the article, you will find some idea about the article, why Maclean has written this article. So you write one paragraph, or you point wise you can write 2-3 points. You write in your own words why Maclean has written this article. So you write one paragraph or 3-4 lines, 3-4 points. Second, you write what is the objective of the article. Why? In objective, you have to write what he has done. Here you have to write why. Here you have to what answer. Objective. Every article will have at least one objective. Every article will have at least one objective, or if they have 2 objective or 3 objective, please write these objectives. Where will get the objective? You may get the objective with a separate heading where the article will have, or the last paragraph of introduction will speak about the objective. Generally, the last paragraph or in the last paragraph, you will find the objective of the article. So please write the objective part. What are the objectives? Next, you can ask about what are the variables used or sorry, let us say you write hypothesis. Many articles, they might have hypothesis. You know, hypothesis is a optional part of a journal article. Somebody may write hypothesis, some may not write hypothesis. So if the article have hypothesis, please write this hypothesis. Otherwise, you leave it. And hypothesis is generally the author guess about the population before doing the survey, before writing the survey, whatever knowledge he or she got from the review of literature and his or preliminary knowledge, based upon the preliminary knowledge, based upon the existing knowledge of the researcher, what assumption, what he expects to get in the result about the population, that is the hypothesis. If somebody is guessing, then they write generally. Otherwise, you forget. Next is variables used in the article. You see, when you have some objective, when the author having some objective, the objective generally will have some variable to substantiate. So you read the operational definition part might be there in the article, or in the data part, methodology part, you will find what are the variables the author might have used. So please record, please write the variables whatever the author has used. And next, you may write the data. The author used some data, might be primary or secondary. If it is secondary, then which source, published source or unpublished source. If it is published source, whether it is government, which RBI, which source the data. If it is primary, then whether it is population or sampling. If it is population, then which area. If it is sampling, then what type of sampling, what is the sample size, what is the sampling unit, what is the sampling frame, what is the period of data collection. So all these things you have to write here in the data part. It will be there in the methodology part. Then you can write what are the methods used by the author to substantiate this objective. To substantiate this objective, the author might have used different methods. What are the methods? Like descriptive statistics, somebody may do regression, somebody may do correlation, somebody different logistic regression, or time series data, time series econometrics. So many, those who, whatever methodology the author has used, please write the methodology. And if you find, please mark here, if you find the method is very relevant method and it is a new method for you, and this method you might be using in your, maybe some future you may use it, so make a detail of the method there. If you don't know about that, if you know, you just write as per your convenience, by which you will understand it. So whatever the author has mentioned in the method part, please write there. Then you come to after method. Yes, in method also you write the software, which software the author might have used. And the next part is findings. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Just I have to check. Otherwise, I don't know whether my net is okay or not. Okay. So next is findings. Now you read the finding. Many articles, almost all article or many articles, you will find two sections. One is findings, one is discussion. Some author, they write result analysis. Result analysis means both will be their findings and discussion. I hope you know what is the difference between findings and discussion. Findings means whatever your result you got from your methodology, as it is, you have to present it. Means I got the mean value this much, the median value this, or whatever the numbers or the whatever throw you got, you have to write. But discussion is you have to make a comparative analysis of your result with other result, other your peer results, or you have to contrast it with others, or you have to tell the justification of result. Why this number? Why it is X is here, Y is in Delhi, why X is in Bhubaneswar, Y is in Delhi. So you have to justify your result. That is come in a discussion part. So when I'm telling findings, you can have two section, or you can have one section also, like result, or sometimes you write result analysis. So this is most important part. Whenever the findings, you write what the findings the author has given. Just writing the findings in point wise or paragraph wise. And if there the discussion, you mentioned that these points are discussed. And whenever you are writing, if you want to quote, please bring the quote mark also. Suppose somebody he has done something with maybe with a quotation mark, you bring it. Suppose a result found that one result, suppose female are female are prone to disease than male. Suppose this is a statement of finding from the female are more prone to disease than males. Okay, so you write it in inverted comma if you are quoting, but if you are writing in your own language, don't give quote mark. Why I'm telling, because this thing you have to use. These are the raw materials you are creating now. Whenever you will write your own review, integrative review, this thing will be used. So you can make it you can make the page number also, which page number you are quoting. Suppose it is 192. So like this, जितना भी हो सकता है, suppose 10 point, 20 points, whatever you feel important, findings and discussion, please note down here like this. And the next part is maybe policy suggestions. The author might have given some policy implications. Please also write these policy implications in point wise. If you have 2-3 policy implications, please note down this policy implication. Please remember, till now, whatever you are writing what the authors expressed his or view in his or article in your language. You have not given your opinion anywhere. Now you give your own opinion. Now you tell this article is a good one. I found this thing, I learned this thing. Whatever coming in your mind, now you can write here. This article is a good article, very useful article. I learned this new idea. I received new idea from this. You can explain whatever in your own language, your own opinion here. But before this, whatever you are giving, it is the author's opinion. Author's opinion in your language, or maybe quotation mark which you have given like this here. So this is the own remarks or own opinion. So each article, now this article I have opened, I have to read this article and write like this. By end of my own opinion, could anybody tell how many times I might have read the article?
2 to 3 times.
3 times the motivation time I might have read. After that, I might have read around 5 times. The article I might have read 5 times. Here and there, if I will add it, around 5-6 times I might have written. I might have read, and I have copied this, written this in a Word file, and I will make a save of it. Please remember, at least write 1 page, maximum 2 pages. Make a point. Again, there is no principle nowhere else written, but this is my experience that please write at least 1 page in all the points, or maximum 2 pages. Minimum 1 page, maximum 2 pages. Please write it. Now one question. How many articles you can do per day? Like this. Yes?
Sir, 1 to 2.
1 to 2. Very good. Anybody? Any other answer?
At least 5, sir.
At least
5.
5. Okay. So 2, 3 or 5? Sorry, 1, 2 or 5. Any other number?
10.
10. Okay.
2 or 3, sir. 2 yeah.
2 or 3. Okay.
Three.
Okay, let me tell. Let me tell. Like you have the articles downloaded with a descending order. Like this, I have shown you. Like this descending order, it is there, the articles. Okay. You see, all are in descending order. So I will read, start from here, or I will start from last. Where I will start?
Start from beginning, sir.
Start from
The
beginning.
latest
Why?
one.
Why? Because I will know the development of the knowledge.
Yes, sir.
If I will start from 1936, 1957, like I will go, in my mind, I will develop an idea how the knowledge developed in that particular field. I will may have some reasonable standard of knowledge about that particular field, by which when I will tell something about my newness, I can claim that this period this happened, this period this happened. And let us say generally, if as a research scholar, you review 1 article per day, I think on an average, I think that is also sufficient. Why I'm telling, you see, when you are doing research, I don't know how many hours you will give per day. Everybody has different works. So 1 article may take, if I'll read properly, digest an article, some article may take 2 days, some article may 1 day, some article I may do 2 articles I may do in 1 day. So on an average, if 1 article, it is fine. And when you are doing, by the end of the writing the article, you will have a fair idea about that article, that author, that journal. You will think many things when you will write that 2 pages. So even if I will take 1 or 2 article, if I will read 400 articles, so it may take 400 days, or even somebody tell I will take 2 articles, 200 days. And when I'm telling this 400 days or 200 days, no Sunday, no Monday, no birthday, no nothing, no holiday. Continuously. You should be continuous. You should be persistent. That word, please remember, persistently do. Then you have logic in your mind. Okay, so this is my first step of review. So now if I have read 400 articles, how many pages I will write? 400 pages, minimum 400 pages, maximum 800 pages. If my principle, what I told, write 1 page, 1 to 2 page, 1 minimum, 2 maximum. So 400 minimum, 800 maximum. I am having now 800 pages of writing. And I have to bring this 800 pages into how many pages? 30 to 40 pages. Are you getting my point? 30 to 40 pages I have to bring. Now come to the second step. This is the step 1. So step 2 is theme-wise segregation. Now I am having 400 articles, 800 pages. In one folder, 400 articles are there. And these articles now I have to segregate theme-wise. So each theme, one folder. Now I have to make. Each theme, one folder. Like folder name, first folder name, all the articles. ROL, we have having 400 articles. Now suppose theme 1. Let us, whatever your theme 1. In theme 1, let us say you have, suppose you have 4 objectives. You may make objective wise. Objective wise means theme wise, that I'm telling. Suppose here 120. Here suppose 90. Here suppose 110. Here suppose 80. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 400. Yes. Suppose this much of article you segregate first. And this segregation of article may take maybe 1 day you can make. Your review, first review may be 400 days or 200 to 400 days. But the segregation you may do 1 or 2 days. No issue. And another, those who are very clever, you can make, when you do your first test, simultaneously also you can make theme wise. You can, whenever read, put it in one folder, name it theme 1, like that. Suppose I am doing gender and health. I may make one is child health, one theme. Adult health, one theme. Maybe the old age, another theme. Maternal health, another thing. Like that, I will make themes. In different themes, I will put my different articles. So this theme-wise segregation will take maybe 1 or 2 days. So this step is not a very lengthy step. Somebody can do simultaneously also. My next stage is common arguments. This is important. You see, my theme 1, I am having 80 articles. So now in theme 1, all the 80 articles, all may not be unique. There may be some article where the same thing might be 2% is telling or 3% is telling. So maybe C1, one common argument, maybe here 2% may be there. This is the common argument, let us say. Like that I told, suppose this is one common argument. This is one finding which I got from Maclean. This statement, suppose this is a common finding, another 2-3 people they told, suppose, let us say. So this I put here. And here page 1 of that, suppose I will write Maclean Maclean, 1936, page 192. Okay. Suppose another author also is there. Suppose Behera, 1977, page number suppose 34. Another author, suppose Misra, 2020, might be in 112. Suppose these three authors are telling this statement. Like this, you find number of common findings from theme 1. Maybe same author may be coming here also. Next statement. So common findings, you find out as many as common findings you can write. Now one point is here, suppose one person told very important line, but only single person. Yes, you can write also here, but write only one author. Don't write many. So my point is here, common findings and important findings. So like this, you do for all the themes. All the themes, you write all the 4 themes. And this may take maybe another 1 month. 1 or maybe 2 months. How you have done your past homework of stage 1. It depends on stage 1. If you are very good in stage 1, then this thing may take very less number of time. So now write these common arguments. These common arguments now will be with you. After writing this common argument, this is the 3rd stage. Now I will come to the last stage. The last stage is, what you will do, you will open another new file and keep all other, whatever your 800 pages or these common findings, these you keep aside. You prepare a sketch, you prepare a skeleton regarding, suppose I am doing this research on gender and health. So I want to write a story about gender and health. I myself have to write my story about gender and health. In childhood, how the gender and bias is there. In adulthood, how the gender bias is there. In geriatrics, means in old age, how gender bias is there. How female and male gender bias is there in household activities, which affects the health. Like this, I want to make a skeleton of my story. Means the points, on which point I want to make a story, by which if I will tell somebody the story, there will be a logical ending should be there. I have to start somewhere else. What happened in developed countries? What happened in developing countries? What happened in India? What happened in Madhya Pradesh? So I want to make this story, and I have to write the story. Let us write the story now. You first prepare the skeleton, write the story. Whenever you are writing the story, if you want to substantiate your story or your idea, whatever you are writing, just inject these common findings there. Once again, I am telling, whenever you are writing your story, your thoughts are there in child gender bias or adult gender bias or male female gender bias, wherever. That point, wherever you want that your idea, whatever you are telling, you want to substantiate by somebody's version, somebody told also something, you just inject that there, where your idea should dominate. Don't see that I am having a common finding like this, so I want to inject, that's why I'm writing like this. Not that. It should be otherwise. I am writing a story. So in the story, wherever there is a to substantiate my story, to prove my story, to strengthen my story, I am bringing something like a quote, like a quotation from outside. So I can make like this, or I can write a another, maybe suppose another finding. Let us say I'll find out here that let us say one statement. Let us write female attempt suicide more, die less than males. Suppose this is a statement. I want to, somewhere I am doing about suicide in my gender and health, how suicide affects the health. So this statement, suppose 5% told. So I can take this statement there, because when I am writing a story about this gender bias in health, so I am taking this help to strengthen my idea, my story, and write like this, which you may write 30 to 40 pages. So when you write this sequence wise, or in a very the story, that should be, your idea should dominate whatever you learned from the literature. It does not necessarily that whatever Maclean told or Behra told or Mishra told, that should dominate. If that dominates, then your review of literature will, you cannot find a flow. Why I'm telling your idea, you write the story, because writing flows. If you will write, it will flow. But if you will bring here and there will be disjoint. People will know the person tries to join different things. That should not reflect from a review of literature. You are integrating, you are synthesizing. You are not writing like Maclean told this, Behra told this, Mishra told this, Rout found this, not like that. So like this, you finish your story with all your skeleton wise. This is the stage 4, and that is the 30 pages you want. So this is about all the stages of your literature review. I will just take another maybe 5 minutes about the precautions when you are doing the literature review. What are the precautions you should take? First precaution, we have done lot of hard works, selecting 400 literature, studying them carefully, persistently, patiently. But if the literature is not appropriate, the literature is wrong literature we have selected, just you think all your reasonable standard of knowledge about the stock is wrong. So you should be very, very over careful about the selection of appropriate literature. Include recent literature. I am telling recent literature means the literature which will publish in 2025-26. These literature are also now available as online fast. Online fast literatures are there, which is only accepted. People are putting in the website. Also, you include classic literatures. Classic literature means origin, where the idea originated. Suppose somebody in economics, somebody is doing suppose endogenous growth theory, human capital theory. So in 1960 it started. So you should starting point. The first article should be there. Sul article, it should start from Sul's article, which is the first article. Include the classical articles. And please remember, it has no alternative. Writing, rewriting, rewriting has no alternative. Don't think that first draft you have written means the things is over. That is only a very, very rough draft. If you take the first draft, your guide will throw it. And if your number of writings will increase, then your literature will, review of literature will fine tune. So please read, write, read, write, read, write, read, rewrite, read. It has no alternative. You cannot do any other way. If anybody want to find out any shortcut, sorry, please out from research area. You should have patience. You should have patience to write. You should have patience to read. You should have patience to rewrite. You should have patience to reread. You should have patience to rewrite, and you should have patience to reread. It has no alternative, no shortcut. Please, this is my last word about this precaution. Okay, with this, now we'll take some time about question with the systematic review, and then we'll come to bibliometric analysis. Yes,
Please, any question, please?
Question now?
Sir, if possible, can you see many people have written questions in the chat box? If you
okay,
go
okay,
to
let me
at
see.
the same time, if people just you can just
Sir,
yes, one by one.
Just a minute. Let me take the
Sir.
question old to new to see the development of literature. When you
Sir.
write review thesis, okay, just wait. Thesis should each article's review be in one paragraph? No. Sir, what to do with the first article has common findings for more than one theme? Yes, you can, in different theme, you can put it, no issue. Sir, I want to some guideline on environmental economics, so you can give me your email and mobile number. To sir, actually, I'm not from environmental economics, but still I can suggest you. My mail ID is there with the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint will be shared, no issue. You can get my email ID. I can also assist you to give some very good person, those who are in environmental economics. I can give the name, you can apply. How to write the methodology in research? Yes, this is the question. I methodology, you see, if you have read 400 articles, then you might have come across with 300 methods. Each article will have one method. So once, that's why I in past one or two slide, actually I just pass it, where I might have told you review of literature gives you everything. It gives you objective, how to write objective. It gives you how to write motivation. It tells you about how to write methodology, how to select methodology. If you'll put all your review of literature in Excel sheet, how many methods you will see? 400 articles, 400 methods, or 200 methods you will see. You select one method from that. Still, if you want, you can also ask your guide on that. Okay, now I will see. Please ask the question. I'll see it, then I will. Yes, Rajendra.
hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, all these steps are universal accepted or varying from guide to guide, sir?
I don't think this is all the steps you can follow in any review of literature. Review of literature, maybe physical science, social science, or even I take class of the cultural study. I take class for the music students also. Same thing, every field. Language.
Yes, sir.
Again, let me clarify. The reference book which I have given in the last, this is just some some idea is there. But whatever I'm telling, I'm telling from my own experience. These stages, 4 stages, I divide and I do it in. It is from my experience. Yes, please.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, if you suggest 400 article, if the we choose only 300 article and 100 books, it means how to synthesize the objective from the book.
Yes. There may be. Please try to. You know what is the difference between reference and bibliography?
No, sir. I am just a master student, sir. I could.
Okay. Generally, when you do research, we get the background and some study about from the books. Suppose somebody asking environmental economics, I can suggest 2-3 environmental economics. You should know the theory part from that. Then when you do the research part, I can go to the research articles. Generally, research people, they don't follow the books for writing research papers. Rather, these are the background papers. And bibliography includes all our writings, but reference includes only the referred, which are referred in the article. So generally, you follow reference, and bibliography books, you can create your background on that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for clarifying, sir.
Yes, Ranju?
Sir, I have one question, sir. How policy implication is written, sir?
Policy implication, you see, every article will have policy implication. In the last paragraph, they might have given policy implication. If they might have given policy implication, you write. Otherwise, you don't write. And again,
Sir,
wait. Yes. How it will help for you? That is most important. It will help you in your research. You may write policy implication. So these policy implication, whatever you read from the 400 articles or 300 articles, that will guide you how you will write your policy implication.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Sir, in the review of literature, as you told, if we are mentioning our data analysis, what is the sample that it is used, what are the variables that were discussed, if we are mentioning everything in this review of literature itself, then what is that we are going to mention in research methodology chapter?
Did I told you will write your variables data in your
regarding the objective?
No. Please remember. Why am I telling to do this? These 800 pages will be a lifetime guide for your research. Okay? Whenever you want to read one article, you may not go to the article for 20-30 pages. You can see these 2 pages. Everything will flash back.
Okay.
Somebody will ask how to write objective. You can go and see the 400 objectives. Somebody may ask what variables I want to take. You can go and see the variables, whatever you got from the 400 articles. If somebody asks how to write the conclusion part, yes, you can go and read the conclusion part. Why your review of literature, when I told in the stage 4, you want to write the story, there you cannot, you should not mention the variables, data, methods, no need. I want to write a story about gender and health, which will come from might be from your findings. Got my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Review of literature is not only to write the review of literature chapter. Review of literature we do to do our research, which will help you for all chapters.
Okay.
Yes,
sir,
Parshuram.
One another question associated with that. Please. Suppose if we have written some review of literature in the chapter 2, and if we are mentioning the same paper in chapter 3, will it not be a repetition, sir?
No, it should not do. You see, again, depends on the university. How what is the pattern of, what is the sequence of your chapters? Different university are different things. Some university, major university, they told review of literature should be one chapter.
Hmm,
And
hmm.
some university, they make it that in every chapter there should be some review, some data method from that objective. So it depends. But again, another criteria for research is there should not be no repetition. So don't
Okay.
repeat the same thing anywhere in your thesis.
Okay, okay, okay.
Parsuram
Thank you
Sahu.
so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Manoj.
Hello. Yes, sir. Suppose there will be suppose limited articles like in a particular topic. Is it possible to research on that topic?
Yes. Limited article means
Suppose
what?
yeah.
Limited, you see, if you want to have, I don't think any field where a limited article theoretically possible, but practically every area you will have large number of articles. Yes, somebody may argue COVID vaccine, how people get COVID vaccine, no COVID was there, no literature was there. Yes, that type of thing may be available, but the social science research, especially I'm telling, in every field you will get huge number of articles. Again, if you have any issue, please write to me. I am there to help you to get the article.
Okay, sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have one more
Yes.
question. Sir, hello.
Yes, Manisha.
Sir, I can speak.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
Manisha Tomar.
Sir, after the review, sir,
Could you put your question in the chat box, because your voice is not coming correct?
Sir, I have also one question.
Kanupriya.
Yes, sir. So, good in higher. So, when I'm trying to do literature review for that variable, nobody or no paper have been done in terms of parameters that I've taken from NAC and NRF criteria. So the other papers that I have found, they have taken job performance or contextual performance, those type of performance. But no paper has been done where they have taken parameters like 7 that. So should I include those papers that are having job performance or contextual
No.
performance, or what type
You
of
are doing some performance analysis? You are doing some performance analysis? Your voice is not coming
Yes, sir.
clear.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. I'm trying to do. I'm trying to analyze performance of universities based on NAC and NRF criteria.
Okay, very good.
But when
Which university you are
when I
doing?
search for literature,
Which university?
Sir, Central University. Sir, Central University of Himachal Pradesh.
Who is your guide?
Sir, Dr. Aditi Sharma.
Okay. Which method you are adopting?
Sir, method as in, sir?
Which method? What are the how you are measuring it?
So we are trying to relate performance with diversity in universities, how faculty perceive diversity, how faculty feel related to discrimination or fairness, and we are trying to relate that with their performance criteria that are mentioned in NAC and NRF.
Okay, you know other studies like Times is doing, other QA studies are there. Have you studied all this methodology there?
Sir, actually, when it comes to diversity and performance, maximum studies have been done in other sectors. And when we come to education,
you can get ideas from other sector. You
I
can
have
read papers from other sector. You can bring the idea from there. And I think if you are interested, please write to me. One of my student is doing also NIRF and NAC, and I can discuss about detail about you. You can connect to me.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So, sir, those papers.
We can
in
talk
context
about
to
that. What are
performance,
the
so that
papers
was
available? We can talk.
okay. Okay, sure, sir.
Sir, I
Thank you.
have one more doubt.
Yes, Vijay. Huh? Barkis Vijay.
Yes, so there is a government. So there is a government reports are there.
Yes.
So suppose we take one of the research from that, but there is any document, series literature on that plans or the reports on particular state or particular research. So that context, the government only handling that reports and the plans. Then how to the researcher try to get the research area from that report? Can you explain better, sir?
You see, government reports, it may not be a research paper, it is a document. So whenever you will review that or you want to refer that, you can write in your on your headings, whatever things will come, you can put that, because these are the documents which is not research papers. These are some only findings, some also having methodology. So whatever in the headings I told, motivation, objective, data, you put there. Got my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Rabindranath Mohanto.
Yes, sir. Sir, as you have said that, sir, we have to include the common arguments of authors. Sir, so I want to know, because sometimes, sir, a author may present a number of arguments. So, how, I mean, should we include all the arguments, or should we select on the basis that what are the solid arguments which are adding to the relevant area, that relevant area, or that can be relevant to my study? So, how, I mean, how
Relevant
can we select?
arguments, let us see first. The article which you are reading, that is relevant for you. Otherwise, you might not have selected. So all the relevant articles you are reading, all the relevant common arguments you should write. But all the arguments may not come to your review of literature chapter. Are you
Okay,
getting my point? All
yes,
the
sir, that
arguments,
is my question.
all the arguments may not reflect on your review of literature PhD thesis, but might be in your other later answer after PhD. Suppose you are writing a paper, that argument may be helpful to you later on. So my point is, all the articles which you read with 800 pages, all these things will help you not only for your PhD, it will be a life asset. Whenever you do article, you can use that. So your time will save in that time.
Okay, sir. So in drafting, we will include all the arguments,
Yes,
but
yes, yes, yes.
okay.
Third stage you
Thank
have
you.
to include. Yes.
Sir, for synopsis part, if we wish to present synopsis, what would be the
Yes.
number of articles and books is appropriate, sir?
Okay, synopsis time. Again, you make a miniature version, whatever I told. Please don't go for 400. You should do some mini form, maybe 100 articles you read. But in your PhD, scalability is more. You should scale down it for your proposal.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
But literature on energy consumption and carbon literature is available, but on special as clean cooking fuel and carbon neutrality is not available. Manisha, I think literatures are available. I sometimes now somebody is working now, so this clean cooking fuel and carbon neutrality articles are available, but it is now you have to search. That is the searching part. Maybe largely Elsevier, they are this. So you get it. If you have issue, one-to-one, you can write to me. I can help you. Is working paper for IMF, World Bank, Nazar are relevant? Yes. Oleg Mayer, yes, IMF and World Bank, these NBR papers are relevant. No issue. Yes, Priyanka. I think we'll take some more questions at last. Now, could we come to bibliometric analysis?
Yes, sir. I think it is better.
Okay, okay, fine. So for time management point of view, I don't know whether Pragyan can finish it 1 hour or not. But let us see. I'll tell him, tell her that try to finish in 45 minutes. Pragya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Please, if you have your PowerPoint and all these things, you start now.
Yes, sir. So I'll try to finish it within 1 hour. Even I am not sure whether it will.
Okay, let us in between you might have take pause. Maybe in 3 parts you can make, and in between you can take 2-3 questions in between. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sure, sure.
Otherwise, we can extend sometime if the students, their friends will be there. We can extend for maybe some more time.
Okay, sir. So should I start my presentation?
Yes, please start.
Is the screen visible, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so
Yes, visible. Go on.
a very good afternoon to all. After the session, which was like a very good session, which was given by sir, many of the questions, many of such questions arise that how to select keywords. How to select keywords, or how to know that literature is relevant. I think all of these questions can be to some extent be answered by bibliometric analysis. Obviously, you should always stick to for final decision making. Always stick to the
Pragyan, could you
method.
make the hide that one last?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is it okay, sir?
Yes, fine.
Okay. So obviously you should stick to for finalization of the topic and to finally write the final chapter of review of literature. You should always stick to the methodology which sir suggested, that is like expert consultation and consulting with a supervisor. But for to give you a starting point, I think bibliometric analysis comes to play in that place. So how did bibliometric analysis came to discussion? Because if we see the historical development of review of literature, review of literature is mainly related to like the theoretical development of any topic or any research you take. How it has been developed, or what are the existing knowledge are there, what is the gap, how you can contribute to that. There review of literature comes to play, where you base your study on some existing knowledge. So like sir was talking earlier, there were mainly linear reviews, where you just mention the authors and their respective findings and objectives. Then the research community like try to moderate the quality of review of literature and make it more systematic. They came to thematic literature review, then the systematic literature review and the guidelines like Prisma and many others guidelines are also there. They came into play. Then as you can see, the research community has been continuously trying to set a quality and quantify the review of literature. So when the effort to quantify review of literature came to an extreme where the bibliometric analysis came. It is mainly a discipline or a branch which is derived from library science and library and information science, but it is being largely used in any kind of research, like while doing review of literature. It can be social sciences or natural sciences or STEM fields also. So when we say bibliometric analysis, we do, as you can see, bibliometric, it is statistical analysis of bibliographics. And sir just discussed what bibliographics is. I suppose you all have heard, and I don't need to further elaborate on that. We just could do statistical or any kind of quantitative analysis on bibliographic databases. So firstly, why do we need to do quantitative analysis of bibliographic databases, like I was discussing? to select keywords, to know the trend topics, or to know what are who are the authors or relevant authors who are there, who working in that particular field, or that particular kind of research which has been, maybe it could be confined into a particular geographical area or a continent or anything, or a particular subfield. You can know the pattern by doing bibliometric analysis. Earlier, in academics, a phrase is very famous, that is publish or perish. Now, it is like publish and be relevant. You may not perish, but the possibility of perishing is always there. But bibliometric analysis comes there, like it helps you to know what are the relevant topics, and what is the trend that is going on in academics and in publication. So you can select the trend topic which is currently being discussed right now, like net zero emission, carbon footprint. These are the by using bibliometric analysis, if you want to do something with it, you may know that these are the trend topics right now, so you may stay relevant in your particular field. So there bibliometric analysis also comes into play. So it analyzes the trends and patterns in scientific literature to understand how research is produced, shared, and used. What does it do? It basically analyzes it analyzes all the data on publications, like citations, authors, and other aspects of research output. It uses numbers and data to analyze the patterns and trends. It also lets you know what are the scholarly communication is there. Communication is like how the literature has been produced. Like it gives you a chart of year. Suppose you are taking from 1990s, a time period from 1990s to maybe 2024 or 2023, it will give you like the average yearly production or cumulative production of authors over the years. It can give such data. It gives the dissemination, like which are the source and their annual scientific production. So sources production and the author contribution of a particular author to that field or to that source. Then impact of research articles. There are some in bibliometric analysis also, you can analyze the impact of articles, like by their the matrices which are used for impact analysis will be discussing further. Then books and other scholarly works. You can also there are other uses also in academics and research broadly, which uses this bibliometric analysis. So why do we use this bibliometric analysis? Its applications and implications, as you can see, I have given you a hint, that is to stay relevant. Or you can also use it for research evaluation. You can know the quality of the paper or the literature you have been reading. Like some students or participants asked how to know that a paper is of quality, of good quality. Because even if you go to Google Scholar or Google or Scopus, there are a lot of papers who are published in high impact factor journals also, but they may not they may be using statistical jargons and research jargons. They may not be very relevant. They may not be adding to the knowledge gap. So how do you know that? Bibliometric analysis, using bibliometric analysis, like citation count per year. If an article was published in the year 1990 and it has in the year 2024 it has a citation of 40, so it may not be that relevant. Because yes, the citation count is high if the year would have been 2010, the higher citation count would have been sufficient. But if the year was 1990 or some way back 1990, and in the year 2024 it has a citation of 40, then it is not relevant. So in that case, you will be able to know whether a research or a literature or a set of literature you are referring to is, if it is of good quality or not, whether it has a good impact or not. Then trend analysis. By trend analysis, you can see under trend analysis, we can do trend analysis of keywords, of topics. when we do trend analysis of keywords, it gives us the knowledge that how the keyword pattern has changed. If your particular keyword which you have chosen is not currently in trend in the year 2023 or 4, is not currently in the trend topic, so maybe your research topic which you have chosen is not relevant. So it is better, okay, do not outrightly switch to other topic or some other field, but it is better to double check or it like confirm or and discuss with a supervisor, then do some other literature review, know whether if the particular keyword is not in trend, what are the related keywords which are in trend, or if you don't find any other alternative, maybe the last resort should be you change your selected topic. Under trend analysis, you can also identify emerging trend. If you don't find your particular keyword in the trend topic, you may find some other emerging trend which you can use for your research. Then hot topics and research frontiers in different fields. Then by using bibliometric analysis, we can also discover collaboration. Who are the authors who are collaborating on a particular topic? Suppose my field of research is health insurance, then by doing a bibliometric analysis and a collaboration analysis, I'll be able to see who are the authors who have been collaborating, and also I can also see who are the authors from India who are collaborating with some other countries, or with who are collaborating within India. I can find clusters so that I can follow from one author to other author. I'll be able to, it will be easier for me to find related papers. Suppose I am doing my research on universal health coverage, and I find suppose there is suppose one author who is working on universal health coverage. When I could do bibliometric analysis of his publication, I found that he or she has worked with 2 or 3 other researchers, mostly within India, and that too on the keyword universal health coverage. So I'll be able to by finding one author, I'll be able to go to the related articles of the other collaborating authors. So by that, it will be easier for me to see the development and the depth, to gain depth in that particular topic which I am referring to. Then funding allocation, you can, it is also for new by researchers who are new to the field, who are looking for, who may have finished their PhD and are just starting their academic career. As you must know that availing fundings and getting research grants is very crucial for your career development within academics. So bibliometric analysis also helps to find funding allocation sources. Like if you at the end of the paper, under the acknowledgement section, if you have noticed or not, but under the acknowledgement section, in every article, you have to mention if your paper or work was funded by any entity. You have to mention that, you have to reveal that. So the bibliometric analysis also does an analysis of that also. By doing a bibliometric analysis, you will be able to find such funding sources also, if you wish to find such funding sources to fund your research. After knowing what bibliometric analysis does and why do we need that, we should know that what are the various data sources and matrices are there based on which we do bibliometric analysis. As we discussed, that bibliometric analysis is an analysis of bibliographic data. For that, we need bibliographic data, and which will be retrieved from a data source or database. There are multiple bibliographic databases, like and the citation databases like Scopus, Web of Science, and Google Scholar. These are the very relevant and popular and used mostly by people to do bibliometric analysis and to download and use literatures also. And another which is not very widely used by, not used by social science field is IEEE, because it is for STEM field and engineering. But the problem with this data, so these databases that include Scopus, Web of Science, and Google Scholar and IEEE, is that they are not free. You have to have a subscription to download the database. It will give you a text file or Excel, whatever you wish, which I am going to show you at the end of the PPT, how we are going to download the data and use that for a practical session for a bibliometric analysis. Okay, so I was saying that these data, even though these databases are very good, like as you know, Scopus is the largest database for social science, and it should be your go-to place for any topic in social science, or for science topic also. It is a go-to place. But the problem with this is that it is not free. For Web of Science, even though the Web of Science gives you 2,000 records free without any subscription, but if your pool, the document pool which you want to download, if it is more than 2,000, then you have to have a subscription. You will not be able to download more than 2,000 records. So if you go to Web of Science and you find that if you search a keyword and you find your records, number of records are less than 2,000, then it is okay for you. You can download it easily from Web of Science. But if you find it, if you get the records more than 2,000, then you have to, you will not be able to do that, because you will have to have a subscription. If your university provides the subscription, then it is well and good. You can go for these databases. Otherwise, you have to look for some open access repositories. There are options for open access repositories. Mainly, there are two repositories, like this ARXIV, which I call it Archive, and PubMed Central. They provide free access and open research articles. You can download it also, and you can export the Excel file or text file to do bibliometric analysis from here also. This archive is a good source for STEM field, again for STEM field. But you will find literatures and database for economics also. But the robustness and exhaustiveness of the repository for storing economics literature, I am not confirmed on that also, that till now. So I'll not suggest, I'll suggest that you should go through it and check whether it has a good record or not. For today's practical, we'll be using PubMed Central. It gives you free access to each and every literature which is associated with health, any topic related to health. Since my core area of research is health, so I mostly use this, and I'll be using this for the practical also. You can, if you have subscription, you can go for these databases in your university. Otherwise, you can ask your peers who have the subscription. You can give them the keywords. They can download the Excel files for you and give it to you. And doing the analysis is very easy. It does not require any subscription. But downloading the files from the database requires subscription. So after that, what are the matrices which mostly bibliometric analysis is used? Like citations, you know what citations are. When your work is being referred by another work, then your work will gain one citation. Similarly, the number of works which are referring to your work, then your citations count will increase. It gives the impression that the higher the citation is, the more valid and relevant your work is. Then H index, it is an index which is also related to productivity and impact of articles also, and researchers also. And impact factor, these are the impact factor are mostly they are the productivity of journals, how many literatures they are producing and how many citations they have, are commonly used to evaluate research performance and influence. And there are other matrices also, which will be coming across in our subsequent slides and discussion. Under different bibliometric analysis, we'll just discuss theoretically a few of the analysis. I'll show you most of the analysis in while doing the practical, so don't worry. Citation analysis, as you know, citation, how many times or literatures has been cited, or one literature have been cited. Under citation analysis, there are different kind of citation analysis we do. Like there is a simply citation count, how the total number of citation a literature has. It is as simple as that. Then comes citation network. Citation network is a visual representation of how articles cite each other. Like you can see which are the authors they cite each other, or a paper which is from India, if it is being cited by which geographical or political location. Then you can see also citation age, the average time elapsed since an article was published and when it was cited by another publication. The one I was talking at the starting of the session, that how you should know the impact or the relevance of a paper. You should know when it was published and the number of citation it has. The citation age tells you when the paper was published and when it received its first citation. If a paper was published in 2000, the year 2000, and it received its first citation in the year 2024, it is still not a good paper. Even though after suppose 2035, maybe it may have like more than 40,000 citation or 50,000 citation, but it can draw two inferences from that, that the paper may not be good, or the paper was largely undiscovered. When it was discovered, then the citation increased. Always refer to the citation age and the citation count. By combining both this, you will be able to know the if a literature is relevant or not. Then comes the eigenfactor score. It is a metric that measures the relative influence of a journal based on the citation. Mostly majority of the impact factor which is calculated by the Web of Science, Clarivate Web of Science for all the journals, it is based on this formula, that is eigenfactor score. Then comes co-citation and bibliographic coupling. Here you'll discover cluster. What do we do by analyzing clusters? You will be able to identify related literatures, and who are the research groups, who are the researchers who are working on that particular topic or keyword or concept you are looking for. So under this co-citation and bibliographic coupling analysis, the first will be co-citation, which tells you that if there are suppose two publications, they are co-cited when they are cited together by a third publication. Suppose there is suppose I am writing a paper, and there are two publications which are simultaneously being cited by me. So if you come across my paper and go through my paper and see that these two papers have been cited together, then you will be able to know that the paper, the topic on which my paper is based, is related to the two papers which are cited, and since they are cited together, they must be related to each other. So it will give you a reference to go from my paper to both of these simultaneously cited paper. This is called co-citation network or co-citation. Then comes bibliographic coupling. It is the opposite of what co-citation is. When two publications are bibliographically coupled, when they share a common citation. Suppose there are two citations and they have a common citation. So it means both of the both of the literatures are discussing the similar topic. If they have a common citation, suppose a paper which is talking about health insurance system fragmentation, two papers like Sahu 2024 or Sharma 2023, and both of them are talking about health financing fragmentation, and they are cited in other papers, suppose Ponda 2024, which means they are correlated to each other and they are discussing a common topic. So it will help what to go from help the researcher or the new buyer to go from one paper to another paper. It will help you to establish connections between the research papers and networks, and it will be easier for you to find more related papers and related researchers. Then comes citation clusters. Cluster deals with more than two documents. When groups of publications that are frequently co-cited and bibliographically coupled, they are called citation cluster. By that, you will be able to know which are the clusters who are working on the particular topic, and you will be able to cross-cite, cross-refer from one literature to another, from one author researcher to another researcher. So after co-citation and cluster analysis will let us come to keyword and topic mapping. Uh, uh, Keyword extraction, as you all are well asking that how to extract keywords. Like before going what it is written in the PPT, what I do for initial keyword extraction, because even if you have to discuss with the experts and with your supervisor, obviously they will have better idea than you, but you cannot go empty handed. You have to have some keywords or some idea about the keywords before going to your supervisor for some suggestion and going to some experts for some discussion. So what do? I select 4 or 5 relevant literature, which is very, very relevant to your topic, which you think is very useful. See author's keyword. Just below the abstract, you'll find the author's keyword, and find what are the common keywords in those 4 or 5 literatures. If you can find any common keyword, it is well and good. Even if you cannot find any common keyword, then you have to use your own judgment. Use those keywords for a reference, for only a reference, then go to your supervisor. After the discussion, your idea will be much clearer and you will have a better idea of the keyword, definitely. So under keyword and topic mapping, what do we do in bibliometric analysis? First, there is keyword extraction. It will help you, like there was a trend analysis. If you analyze the trend of the keyword, then it will give you the trending keyword for the year, suppose 2024, 23. So it will be easier for you to select a keyword. Obviously, nobody would want to select a keyword which is not currently in discussion. So identifying and extracting important keywords from scholarly publications to analyze research topics can be done using bibliometric analysis. It is done under keyword analysis. So then comes topic modeling, under which statistical methods are used to identify hidden topics. Like if you if you do bibliometric analysis of your all the documents you have found, and you find there a cluster of keywords. A cluster means they are similar in nature. They are discussing, they may be of a particular country or a particular research group, or they might be discussing of similar type of research finding. But you find a certain keyword there or certain concept in that cluster, within that cluster, which was not there in your original keyword selection, which you had selected. So in that case, it gave you an idea of a new topic or a new concept by doing bibliometric analysis, which you found that if it is the new word is in the cluster and it is with your selected keyword, it must be related to your keyword. So that is how you could discover, or you find out new topic and new concept and a relevant topic by seeing their frequencies. And also you have to see their frequencies and patterns. If it is in very high frequency, which means it is very relevant, seeing the current timing. So you have to, it is made easier for you to select a topic or concept or a keyword. The similar goes for the concept mapping. It creates a visual representation of concepts, their relationships, and their connection to other topics. It can build a cluster. You can build a network analysis. Like one concept, it is mostly done in collaboration with what other concept it is being collaborated with. You can see their interrelationship. And similarly, if you want to do multidisciplinary research, it is also very useful. The topic modeling and concept mapping is also very useful in multidisciplinary research. Suppose you want to connect in like there is One Health, where you connect animal health, human health, and environmental health together. So you have to enter into environmental science also. You have to enter into some biomedical, some not exactly, but some biomedical literatures also. And you have to see some literatures from the veterinary science also. So in that case, also it will be very useful to you. For bibliometric analysis, we use some visualizing tools and visualizing instruments to do the analysis and to draw inference, like citation network. Like you'll have bubbles and they'll be connected with some lines to show network. Then you'll have scatter plots. It can be the same pictographs can be used for multiple purposes also. I'm just giving you some a few of the examples. What are the picture visualization tools that are being used? We'll see in detail while doing doing ourselves at the end of the session. So in network analysis, you will have bubbles and they'll be connecting with each other by some lines or networking tools. Then you will have scatter plots, which will show you in a two-dimensional area.
Pragyan, do one thing. If possible, can you explain this term whenever you will do your practical exercise? That will be better, I think. So you just do one thing, whatever the practical applications that you have, you check that, just go there, and same thing, I hope it will be better you explain that term whenever do this exercise there only.
Okay, sir, sure, sir. So these are the plots or visualization tools which will be used. So before I start the practical of the bibliometric analysis, let us get familiar with the softwares that are available for bibliometric analysis. These are the softwares. I'll share the PPT with sir. He'll share it with you. But mostly I am going to use RStudio because it is freely available and it is handy to use. But you have the multiple options to carry out a bibliometric analysis. And you can also, if you want to do bibliometric analysis in any other software, you can find references and source materials for each application, and each bibliometric analysis very easily if you just search it in the in Google. And at the end of session, I'll also give you one good source for bibliometric analysis in RStudio. So we'll start our bibliometric analysis, but before that we have to know how to use the keyword and to search the documents. Like I said, I'll be using PubMed. So I have opened PubMed earlier, but if you want, you can search PubMed like this. Since I use it often, it opens this first option which comes in your first result which comes in a Google search. Do not go here. Do not go to PMC, go to PubMed. Like in PubMed, you have to go to advanced search. Like suppose, let us here this after clicking on PubMed, it brings me to this page. Here you have to click on advanced. You have to do advanced search to find the keywords and to get robust result. So we'll be using keyword. If you anybody could suggest anything, any keyword. Anybody?
Air pollution.
Air pollution. Okay. So I can use air pollution. I can simply just use air pollution, but so only searching one keyword. You said air pollution. When I search air pollution, the results will be very vast. Like see, it is something 1 lakh something. 1,05,893. If you want to further like scale down the query you found, you can connect it to, obviously your research will not be only air pollution, it must be connected with something else. So could just give me another keyword which you want to use in combination with air pollution.
Public health.
Public health. Okay. So public health. Okay. Before that, now see here, add terms to the query box. Here I have set the field as all fields. All fields. Why? See, when you go down this drop down list, you will see that it gives you option where you want to search the term. In affiliation, in author, or book, conflict of interest statement, or date, it will give you option of different portion of a literature where you want to search the particular topic, but I want to keep it all fields, so it broadens my search scenario. So, and here I'll be using boolean and, because I want to use them together. If you want to like use some other boolean like or, where it will be easy, when we use or, we are giving the command that give us that documents where the term air pollution is existing or public health. If either of the term is existing, I am okay with that, I want that document. And with not, which means we are looking for only air pollution, and those documents which have public health in them do not include those documents. I'm only looking for air pollution document exclusive of public health. So in that case, you'll be using with not. But I am looking for and. So that is why I'll be setting this to and. Now search. Now we'll see that the search result has been decreased too much. Even though the decrease is not that much, but it is still fewer results than what we found earlier. So after that, you can also apply many filters here. You can select from which year you want your articles to be. Suppose if I want from 2000 to 2024, then the further the articles will be reduced. But I want to keep my time frame as it is. I don't want to change anything. If you want to apply any other filter, like if you want only free full text, which only those you want, only those documents for which full text are available, so that you can review them. Because for some text, full text are not available for some documents, like some can be a conference proceeding and abstract. So in that case, you can also set free full text, but I'll suggest that you do that after when you do your literature review. Inclusion and exclusion criteria, you exclude that in that stage, not here. You can also set this filter, that associated data. If a research article has the associated data used, you want to only use review those, or you want only those documents. You can also set filter for article type, like books and documents, clinical trial, meta-analysis, RCT review, systematic review. I don't want to put any filter here. Or you can also set publication year, like setting it 1 year, it will give you those literature which were published within 1 year, like starting from 2024, it gives you to 4,800 for 27 articles. But I don't want to set the filter for that. So when do you want to use this year filter? Like for COVID, if you want to, not for communicable diseases, transferable diseases or transmitting diseases, but you want to do research only on COVID, and you want to do you want your reference period to be from the starting period of COVID and after that. There maybe the year filter can be useful for you within 5 years, or you can set it to 2020. From 2020 24, you can set your year filter as this. Now I don't want all these filters, so I'll just deselect whatever I have set. So these are the results you found, which is 93,478 pages of result, 78 results in 9,348 pages.
Can we also select the geographical area? Where
It
it
is
has been
not
published?
giving by default in PubMed to select the geographical area, but you can do that when you manually select your literature. Before writing your literature review chapter, in systematic review, you have inclusion and exclusion criteria for a literature. On what basis you are including a literature, or on what basis you are excluding a literature from the final review draft. So in that phase, you can manually drop a literature. If suppose you want to refer to South Asia, if a literature is not from South Asia, then you can drop it and you can write it in the methodology, review methodology, that what is the exclusion criteria, on what basis you have dropped and or selected literatures. So let us go to save. Here in save, you in selection you have to we have by default all results on this page, but we want all the results which have come upon, so we'll be selecting all results. So only the first 10,000 citations will be saved in your file, since mine is very large. So it will be very difficult for the website to download it in a one file, because it will be giving text or CSV file. So mostly whatever your literatures you search in a combination of literatures, and it will be fewer than 10,000. But here, since my result is more than 10,000, it is showing that only first 10,000 citations will be saved. But if I select the PubMed, remember what I am doing is I am using, because since I am downloading from PubMed and I am going to use R for bibliometric analysis, I will be setting the format to PubMed. You can use that, you can set that to text or Excel file or CSV file, any other file. If you want to do the analysis in any other application I have mentioned, that is also feasible. But I will be using PubMed. By clicking on create file, you'll get your files. They'll be easily downloadable by you. So the citations have been started downloading. After that, you can use it for your bibliometric analysis. For the class purpose, I have downloaded the files earlier and I have stored it, so I'll be using that. So is it clear till now, the filter and search, keyword search criteria and downloading and all that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let us go to our bibliometric analysis. I do bibliometric analysis in R Studio and using a interactive interface, that is BiblioShiny. If you want to, you can use other, like there is VOS Viewer also and other softwares also. But I find R to be very easy, because if you do any analysis in R, be it statistical analysis or bibliometric analysis for the say, you will find help very easily, because the community of R is very vast, and they post whatever their do files and whatever references they have, the analysis they are doing in GitHub. And you have websites like W3 Schools, where you will find from basic to very sophisticated analysis references very easily. So I find R to be very convenient. That is why I use
Hello, ma'am.
R. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Hello. Is it possible to use Stata software in this case?
Yeah. You can use it, but I have not used it. Used Stata, but if it is very. I have not come across any paper who has done bibliometric analysis in Stata. For meta-analysis, yes, I have seen references to Stata, but I have not seen for bibliometric analysis. But it is not that you cannot use Stata. You can use the bibliographic data convert it into Excel, then import it into Stata, then can do any kind of analysis in the Stata. By you can correct the data manually, or if you can see any references which is using Stata, if you could find.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
There is the like in dictionary, the biblioscience dictionary is available only in the R software. This
Okay.
dictionary is not available in the Stata or SPSS in this software.
Yeah.
So that was the reason we cannot use the Stata and SPSS.
Yeah. For if you want to do it in biblioshiny and bibliometrics command, then you have to come to R. But bibliometric analysis can be done in any software. But for this interface I am going to use, which is very handy to use, it is only like functional in R Studio and R. Is that okay? Whoever was asking?
Yes.
Okay. So you have to run these 3 commands in R. R is if anybody who does not have R or R Studio in his or her laptop, then R is also freely available and freely downloadable from the official website. Just write download R Studio. You'll come across a website like Posit. Its name will be Posit. Go there and first download R the machine learning language, which is R 4.3.2. Then download R Studio, because this is the underlying language which is used for R Studio. Without this will not be functional. So remember to download both when you are trying to use R Studio. After that, just run these 3 commands and you'll be good to go. Since I had earlier activated the command, I have to stop it. R Studio just functions as your any other software, statistical software does. Like you can import your file from here. You import your files from here, whatever import dataset, if you have text or Excel or SPSS, SAS, Stata, it supports every file. So it is very easy, and you can also find help very easily online if you want to know the basics of R. Just run these 3. I'll share the command if anybody wish to have them. Like you will find after running the command, it will take you automatically to a web interface, which is biblioshiny. Usually it needs a very good internet connection. If your internet connection is slow, or if you're running it for the first time, then maybe you find it difficult, or it takes some more time to open, because command it came out suddenly. No, it will not be the case if you're using it first time, or if your network is slow. So keep that in mind and be patient if you're using it for the first time. See, this is your web interface, how this is how it looks like. Then we'll go to data. We'll load whatever data we have downloaded. See, import or load. Here we want to import raw files. So from where we have downloaded our data, we have used the PubMed. So we'll be clicking on PubMed. If you have used Web of Science or Scopus or any other, these are the sources. But only PubMed is free, and Web of Science is free up to 2000 record. Otherwise, everything else needs subscription. So we'll be setting this as PubMed. This shows that how do you want your author name format. You can have it in a surname and initials, or you can have it full name. I will suggest do not go to full name. See, it shows that if available. Majority of the time, the full name is not available, and setting the author name to full name will also require a lot of space. So we always need to be parsimonious while doing any graph or pictograph kind of analysis in our space management. So we'll go for surname and initials. We'll be browsing for a file. Now see, the example I showed you we search for the keyword air pollution and public health, and we downloaded only one file. But a majority of the time you can want multiple combination of keywords, like for if you're for your PhD thesis, which will take you 6 or 7 years, and has 3 objectives, and you will be reviewing 400 to 500 literatures. Obviously you will not be using only 2 keywords, so you'll have more, definitely, and obviously have more than 2 keywords. So in that case you can use keywords in combination of 2. You can have as many as combination you want. So like in my case, I had I had 4 keywords. So I use them in combination: bricks and health expenditure, bricks and health finance, bricks and health spending. While using keywords, remember that if you have a keyword and you know from your judgment and from your experience while reviewing literature that it may have lot of synonyms in the publications, so you should include that synonyms also in your literature search, because otherwise if you don't do it, you will be leaving out a lot of relevant literatures which were using the synonyms for the term you are using. So that is why I used health expenditure synonyms like health finance and health spending, which are not synonyms but related concept. So that is why I have used them with combination of with bricks to do the bibliometric analysis. See, I can select all three text files for the analysis, but here you'll see that it will not be selected. You'll be able to select only one file at a time. So what do we do in that case? We have multiple combination of keywords, and we want to do bibliometric analysis of all the records. In that case, just keep all the files in a folder, then convert the folder into a zip file. Like here I have made a zip and I have uploaded it. So upload complete. Here you can see upload complete. Then we'll start. It will give you an initial report of the records, all the records you have uploaded. Like, see, from the 3 files which I have downloaded from PubMed, I have total of 75 records. And the 75 records, it will show you the status of information it has. Like the missing count shows how many documents are missing that particular row of the information. Like 0 documents are missing information on document type, which means all the documents have information on what kind of document they are, whether they're article, the research article, their literature review, their book chapter, whatever they are. Then similar goes for language, publication year, title. No literature is missing these information, but see, one literature is missing the information on author. So that is why the status of the document came to good. Information came to good. From excellent, it came to good. Since one literature is missing the author information, and this shows the percentage of document which is missing that particular information. Then journal information is also missing in one document. DOI is also missing in 3 documents, and largest is corresponding author, cited references, corresponding author, science categories, and total citation is missing in largest, which is 75, which means all the documents are missing these information. Is that okay? Is it clear till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we'll close it. This will also give you. Yes. Yeah. Somebody was speaking. Okay. So this will also give you a downloadable Excel file also. If you want to download, it will give you an Excel format kind of thing for your bibliographic data, where you'll have every information like DOI, authors, whatever, you'll have to see this is author, this is affiliation, this is author's keyword, this is ID, author ID. Because these information you'll get, you can download it if you want to use for your reference. It will be downloaded from here. Save as, just you can download it as Excel format, or you can download it as our data format. But I'll not be downloading it because I'll be doing all my analysis here only. So we'll go to filter. You will also have a filter option in this interface also. It will give you an option to like filter. If you want to select some particular year, you can have put a filter on that. You can select a language. Suppose I select English, only English. Or I can select Portuguese, English and Spanish, everything is okay. Then that will also be can be set. Then you can also select document type, which document type you want. Or if you want to select documents on the basis of citations, their citations. It is not active because our citation information is missing. Because to somewhat missing, that is why it is not active. When you have very good information about it will be active and you will be able to put a filter on it. But I will suggest that do not put this filter. It will leave out some relevant literature. So if you want, you can use filter for only language. To some extent, if you want to, you can use year also, or geographic region. Do not put any filter on any kind of quality metrics, quality, impact or performance metrics like citations. Okay, so we'll now go to overview of the documents we have uploaded. After that, you have to click this apply button also. If you are setting any filter, which I have not set any filter here, if you are selecting any filter, then you have to click on this apply button. Then we'll go to overview, document overview. It will give you a like plot kind of stuff for all the documents you have, the time span it is covering. It is starting from 2008 to 2023, which means that all the documents you have downloaded, they were published from the year 2008, between the year 2008 to 2023. This data set I had downloaded in the year 2023. That is why it shows the last, the end of the time slice is 2023. If you download it now, it will show 2024. If your documents are available. Then sources means journals. How many publishers or journals? Then of the 75 articles. So 75 articles had 35 journals or sources. Documents, annual growth rate. Annual growth rate information may not be sufficient. That is why it has not shown. Authors, total 274 4 authors were there for 75 documents. Authors of single author documents. 15 authors documented single authored paper, like the paper would have only one author. 37.33% of the 75 articles have international co-authorship. Co-authors per document is average co-authors per document is 4.24. Then authors keywords is 213 authors keywords. References data were missing. The document average age. Starting from 2008 to 2023, it will divide the total time divided by with the total number of document, and it will find the average age 6.44, and average citations per document. The information is not available. You can also have it in a tabular form. Whatever plot you have the tabular form for it. If you want for reference, if you want to understand it better, you can always go back to the table form to understand if you find anything difficult. It is very handy to use. Then we come to annual scientific production. This shows the annual scientific production of the article. As you can see, in 2008, number of documents published in the records I have uploaded. Only one document was from 2008. 0 documents were in 2009. Then one document was in 2010. Similarly, it will give you the production of each year. It will also give the tabular form for the same. Then we'll go to 3-field plot. For three field plot, you have to set the field matrices. That is why it is not showing, because you have to set the field matrices parameters. See, in the middle field it has authors, we are okay with it, we want authors to show. But in the left field it has references. If you can remember, in the main information or the overview of the document, we had missing information on references. So if you put it in the parameters, the graph will not be correct, or the graph will not come, it will not show. So that is why let us put countries in the left field. In the left side there will be country, in the middle field there will be authors, and the right field there will be keywords. You can set it keywords or keyword plus. Acha, do you know the difference between keyword plus and keywords? Anybody?
No.
Okay, so let me tell you, keywords and keywords plus is, keywords is the author's keywords. Like I was talking below your abstract, you'll have a author's keyword, like it will be starting from 3 to 7 keyword will be there, which would be given by the authors. But the indices and all the your Scopus, Clarivate, and Thomson Reuters, whatever indices there with who index papers, journals on the basis of whatever matrices they use. Some matrices, some keywords they'll be assigning to the paper based on the content it has. So one will be author keyword and other will be indexed keyword. So that is the difference between keywords and keywords plus. Keywords is the author's keyword and keywords plus is the indexed keywords. And it will be a larger pool than the keywords. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So let us keep it as keywords. You can also keep it as keywords plus if you want to. Now see, it shows a 3-field plot. This shows author's country, this shows the author, and this shows the author keyword. DE means author's keyword, ID means will be indexed keyword. So now see, suppose I click, hover over what? Serbia, country Serbia. You will see which are the authors who have worked or who belong to Serbia. Like the highest number of work, which is the top performer or top author is this author, this first author. He was from Serbia, and some other are like this, the Seda person and Chattu. They, matlab, the papers they have worked was had some kind of affiliation with Serbia. And where is India? India is here. You can see these 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 authors. Like you can see this first author Seda, Chattu, Lamnisos, Khan, and Martin. They have worked in collaboration for work on India, or they had some kind of affiliation with India for their paper. Similarly, if you hover around each country, you will be able to see the connection of authors. Now, if you click on the author, you will be able to see their country and their keywords also. Like the first author, who has the majority of contribution, has worked in which country? Serbia, Russia, India, Japan, Chile, Canada, Cyprus, almost every country. Sweden, USA, almost every country. He has worked in affiliation with every country, and he has affiliation with almost every keyword also. Like humans, China, South Africa, India, Brazil, Russia, health expenditure. And the boxes also show the proportion of their contribution. Like this first author has the largest contribution, that is why he has the largest box. The same goes for the country also, and the same goes for the keyword also. Humans has the largest frequency, largest occurrences in the document. That is why it has the largest box among all the keywords. See, since it must have the document number is very must be very high, that is why it is not clearly visible. If you want to clearly visible, and if you want to see only the trend of fewer documents, you can set it to top 10. Suppose you want to see the affiliation, country, and keyword of top 10 document. Suppose top 10 contributors. then you can also set that to 10. So you will have a clearer picture. See, it is much clearer now. So is that okay? Anybody?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now we come to most relevant sources. By sources, we mean journal or the publishers. So before most relevant sources also, you have to select the option. Here I'll keep the default one, that is 10, because if the more number you put, the more like congested the group will be. So that is why I'll keep it as 10. Now the graph will come when you press this button. Now see, it shows you more the top 10 contributing sources to your document. Like the top contributor there are 2 contributors who are contributing most, and they have similar number of publications, like Bulletin of World Health Organization and Frontiers in Public Health. They both have 11 and 11 publications. And similarly, you'll have other other sources also who are contributing within the top 10 category to your documents. You'll have the table also. You can refer to it if you want. If you somehow don't get the graph, but the graph is very easy. Anybody who is in economics and have dealt with two-dimensional or more than two-dimensional graph, it will be very easier for the person to understand. Then comes Bradford's law. Bradford's law is like, it gives you the same, like the contribution of sources, but it says that a very few number of sources contribute to a large number of documents, and the other sources who are not very relevant, they contribute very fewer number of papers to your document. Like you see, core sources. Core sources are which are the core sources? Bulletin of the World Health, Frontiers in the Public Health, and Environmental Science, and it will show us Environmental Science and Pollution Research International. These are the 3 core sources which are contributing majority of your articles. Like you can see, it is contributing almost. Here it is contributing 11. Here also it is contributing 11. Here it is contributing 5. So majority of the documents are contributed by these 3 sources, and the other sources, their contribution to your document collection is very less. Is it okay? Now let us move to sources production over time. It will give you different journals and how their production has been changed over time. It is not necessary until and unless you want to target or analyze a particular source. Like if I am working in health, a Bulletin of World Health Organization or World Development is a very good source for me, or social science indicator is a very good source for me. I want to see the publication of social science indicator or Bulletin of World Health Organization. So I'll be using this, but it is mostly used by the library and information science people. So if you wish to, you can use it, but it is not that much relevant to us social scientists or core researchers. So in option, you can occurrences option, you can choose either cumulate or per year. If you choose per year, it will give you production per year. But I'll keep it cumulate. It will cumulate the production over year. Our number of sources it has kept by default 5, because it will give you clarity in the graph. But if you want to bring an uniformity in your analysis, since there you had put it top 10, then let us put top 10 here also. But the graph will be very, yes. If you reduce it to 5, the graphs will, the lines will decrease and you'll have a clearer graph. So this gives the cumulative production over the years for different sources. As you can see, this orange line, Bulletin of World Health Organization, it has largest contribution starting from 2013 2013 it started publishing, then 2014, and it has remained relevant till now for the year 2023. But for this green graph, which is Frontiers in Public Health, it started its publication in 2014, and it gradually is increasing its relevance, and recently its relevance or contribution has skyrocketed in the year 2022. So
I think Pragya,
yes, sir.
I think we'll close. Then author document are there, huh?
Yes, sir.
Author document clustering.
So I'll give them I'll give them a source. They'll be it will be easier for them to go that source.
Yes, yes. You give
Whatever
the source. You
Yes,
give
sir.
the source, and if require, they may contact us. And
Yes, sir.
if possible, this bibliometric analysis, let them to practice it, because in one class they cannot do it. Let them to practice it. We will make a follow-up class of bibliometric analysis.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sure.
So with this, we'll stop here. We may take some question, maybe three to four questions for bibliometric analysis or anything,
So,
and we will make a follow up.
so before that, can I add something before
Huh.
we end? Okay. So since we are ending here, I would like to give you a reference. You see this website, which is bibliometrics.org. This is the website which is managing this interface. So whatever I am teaching you right now, it is automatically is generated whenever you put the function or put the command. It's underlying our commands, our language, and all the explanation for each and every graph is present in this website. Please keep note of this website, bibliometrics.org. Okay, you'll find every graph and our window, our command for each and every graph here. If you'll see, these are the graphs we were talking. You will have every graph's explanation and references here. You can go to that for your reference, or you can contact me. I'll share my email ID with sir. You can contact anytime to me for that, for the same.
Okay, well, thank you, Mona Lisa. I think so. Now, if you have, because we have already so, launch time, so maybe 4 or 5 questions. If you have any questions, any clarification, those who are here, I understand it is very difficult to sit. I think this is very, very essential for every one of us. So, if you have any questions, please. 2, 3 questions if you have any doubt, any clarifications. I hope
Yes,
we will
sir.
do it.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Pragya, stop.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, you,
Stop presenting.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
ma'am, you are downloaded in PubMed. You taken just 10,000, more than 10,000 articles. How to download and how to store? That please explain.
Okay, so you can if your keyword is very broad in subject in its subject, then your number of records found will be very high or very large. So in that case, you can arrange your keyword as such in combination, so that it will be some broad concept and some specific concept with your keyword. Like, so one broad, like air pollution was very broad. With this, I can add very specific, like communicable diseases or cancer, so that it will narrow down the records which will come. If you want to with that, you can run multiple round of literature search and download each round whatever records you found and keep it in one folder. Then you can convert that into a zip and upload it in the interface, and you can run in the bibliometric analysis.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
I have one more doubt.
Okay, Tanvi,
Yes,
Vijay,
yes,
let
ma'am.
Tanvi speak. Then we'll go. Okay, Tanvi.
Ma'am, like you use PubMed and you used a zip file. So for similar case in Scopus, we can use a zip file and upload the documents.
Yeah. For every other databases I use, you can zip it and upload it.
And why we use 3-4 files together? Why just we cannot collate in a single file? Why you use 3 files? Can you just explain the reason?
since we were downloading it in a text file, so collating in a single file will, you can collate it, but it will require a lot of commands to, like you have to import it in R. If you want to do it in R, you have to collate it. So it is very easier, like it is easier method than collating it. That is why I zipped it to upload it. And economics tells us to, if you can do it a thing by touching the nose directly, why should we go behind our head and touch the nose if it is taking a much larger effort? So
So
that
that
is why.
means
Otherwise,
so that means you have divided the data in numbers and then divided it into 3 files.
no. I have downloaded it in separate files. Like since my keywords, I had 4 keywords and I wanted to use it in combination with bricks. I wanted to see health expenditure, health financing and health spending, which are the synonyms for, I used as synonyms for health expenditure in bricks country. So that is why instead of going it at once, that is I divided the keywords into 3 combinations: bricks and health expenditure, bricks and health financing, bricks and health spending, and then downloaded separate file, then converted into a zip, then did the analysis.
Okay, that means we can do it by each objective as well. Thank you, ma'am. I got
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Vijay? Yeah.
ma'am, first session, sir told you select 400 article in individually, then write it on your own draft in 1 pages, finally combine it with references. You are screening the literature on using software. In which stage it both will use? If I am a researcher, I am just now registered in one guide from respective institution. So when I start bibliographic analysis, or I individually go to select a single literature and read it, can you clarify?
Okay, so you can do it in any stage, but I will suggest the keyword extraction and the citation analysis when you are trying to build your proposal and try to select a topic. In that case, knowing the relevant authors, relevant sources, and what are the trending keywords, trending topics, it will be very useful for you to select your topic and develop a proposal. But you can do that also in that phase. And after that, when you have selected your topic and have done and doing a literature review, you can also do the bibliometric analysis by putting your the bibliographics of your literature in an Excel file or in any other file. You can also do bibliometric analysis in that phase also while doing your literature review. But I'll suggest, but mostly it is good to use it while selecting your topic, because it shows you the trending topics and the relevant topics and all.
Yes, ma'am. It is a proposal stage.
No, it can be used as in a proposal stage, but it can also be used while writing your final review of literature stage also.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
Ma'am, it's related to data cleaning. When I download sources, like when I download the CSV file, then because my topic is overexplored.
Hello, Ms. Thakur, you are not audible clearly. If you wish, you can put your question. You can put your question in the chat box.
Hi, ma'am. It was very enriching. I just had one question. Suppose we want to save the results from different sources, suppose Scopus, Web of Science, or something, right? And want to combine the results from the two. So let's say now for two sources and then do the analysis. So is it possible, or do we have to? Because the problem comes, I think, will come in the heading part, right? Because headings will be different. So
You
how
have
do we?
to
Yeah.
you have to use the software for merging. You have to merge the data sets like we use for large scale databases. You have to use the merging commands. For that, you can do it in R, but it is much more sophisticated analysis and the commands are very complicated. If you want, you can reach out to me. I'll connect.
All right, yeah. Basically, we have to do that in Excel only, correct? For easy purpose.
If you want to do it manually, you can do it Excel, but it will be very cumbersome. Like but you can also download all the files in a same format like text or Excel or CSV, and you can use some software like it can be R is more suitable. You can use R to merge all those files and use that for the analysis.
Sure, ma'am. I'll contact you for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I think if there is no any other questions, because I think you just Mona Lisa, you just some questions there from Kanupriya. So you just look at this question, then we will stop.
Okay, so research topic has papers in lakhs, so even after using filters, I'm unable to decide how to narrow down the papers. First, you go through some 2-3 relevant literatures in your topic by simply using any keyword. You see what keywords they're using. Like I said, that use a broad keyword and a specific keyword and combine them, then search, then your result or record found will like narrow down. Otherwise, if your keywords are very broad, since